that going to be good?
I mean, it is. It is blowing.
All right, so be careful.
Wow.
Do you need me to go through the building and get the rope?
Do what?
Go through the building and get the rope.
No, I can't.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just get out of the way when you start. You ready?
Yep.
All right,
This one goes on top of that one, so that's where I've got to.
that's going to be a problem. We got the wind pushing.
Well,
That'll do it. You're almost, well, almost even at the bottom.
I think I've got to get the drill motor and I got to figure out a way to hold it now because the other roof ain't holding it.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, you got it off a little now.
Oh, that roof, that's just heavy to slide up the hill.
Whoa, right there looks even. Or close.
Slide down gradually.
Yeah.
Well, guys, here we are back again this morning. Well, it's actually dinner time.
We didn't get started early.
We did not get started early. We woke up this morning, it was 29 degrees, and everything was really frosted over good. So we had something else to do in the barn, which was process the meat that we killed the other day, the deer. So we had to go in and we had to grind it and cut it off the bone, and
We had some for lunch.
yep.
And so we're getting started at 12:30. Danny just put the first piece on, and we don't have much left on the roof.
There's not a lot left, but this is the hardest part because we have a peach tree in the way, and there's not. I mean, we're just in a limited space here to work with long metal, and the wind is done picked up, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we're going to try to, we're going to try to get it done.
And in a few minutes, probably within an hour or so, we'll have all this metal on. But that's not the only thing that you need to do is just get the metal on the roof. Danny's got to go back and finish screwing it down. He's put it all in the middles, but all the edges has got to be done. And trim.
Trim. The trim can't go on until you actually have all the metal up. Well, I say that. Parts of the trim.
Yeah.
There's some parts of it, like the eaves rip I have right here along the edge. This has to go up before you put the roof up, if you want to do it easy. Let me say that. You can put it up after the roof's up, but it's very difficult to do it and make it look good. Some people don't use it. I recommend using it because it helps to seal off everything and it makes it have a lot nicer look to it. And then all the other trim, the raking gables and the corners and the ridge and all that kind of stuff, the sidewall flashing, end wall flashing, J-channel, all that kind of stuff is all different kinds of trim that we put on the buildings, and they all go on at specific times. The ridge will be the very last thing that goes on the building. The J-channel has to go up before the walls go on. The
Corners go on afterward.
after you get that on, then goes the corners. Then you have the Z-bar where two roof lines meet one another. You have the Z-bar metal that goes across that. Then you have, once the roof is on, once the roof is on, you have the what's called sidewall flashing that has to come down the roof, and we'll show you all that when we get to it. And once all that's done, then you've got the rake and gable that goes on. And once all the rake and gable goes on, then the ridge will go on. The rake and gable is the trim that really is a deciding factor on whether or not your roof stays on during a storm or not. Lots of people don't put it on and they lose a roof. To this day, thank the Lord above, I have never lost a building to a storm. Not to say that I won't, but
we live in a land where here, where we're at, where straight line winds, tornadoes, and hurricanes are famous.
yeah,
And you want to build your house or your structure as structurally sound as possible. You can't, I mean, if a tornado came through here today, we'd take it.
There's nothing you can do about tornadoes. They're an acts of God.
But just regular strong winds, you want to try to build enough that it'll handle strong winds. And so that's why Danny puts all the pieces on here, and plus it makes it look a lot nicer.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a reason for code, guys. Code is good in a lot of aspects. I don't like for it when it's shoved down your throat, but some of the codes where we live at are really excellent because they really do save. They save on the structure, you know. And I know it makes things a little more expensive, but what's more expensive? Paying insurance on something all the time and then having to have it replaced
over and over
again, or doing it once and doing it right and then just enjoying it for the rest of your life. You know, I mean, that's the way I look at it. So we got to get back to putting on more metal.
We got to wiggle it around now.
Now comes the fun ones. Got rusted up here. You can see when I'm all the way to the top.
Keep going. One more good pull. You want it over the top or just
No,
to?
just to the top.
Okay, it's about 4 or 5 inches. So it's up to you if you want to go in high.
Oh, it didn't off.
You got to pull it again because you're like nearly a foot.
Yeah.
You're about 6 to 8 inches.
I'm good there then.
Okay, that's
We
close
gotta
enough.
get a stop and drive right here.